Leo, I forgot to pray in. Hang on. God, angels, universe, all that there is. What do we got for love, health, and wealth for the month of July 2026 for my Leo? Help me be receptive, be a divine channel for all the beautiful, helpful, healing messages for Leo for the month of July. Okay, there we go. Hi, Leo. What's up? Your friendly neighborhood life coach, Rachel. And we are going to be doing your reading for the month of July. This is like your month, is it not? And a lot of y'all having birthdays, right? So let's see what we got going on. Happy birthday. And we're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about health and we're going to talk about wealth. So you're going to want to stick around till the end. These are general readings. So remember that. Um, welcome. If you're new, hi, come on in. Make yourself at home. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I hope to see you again and again and again. And we're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about health. We're going to talk about wealth. It's going to be a good time. And then I have a session right after this. So you're going to be my last read before my session. And then I'll see you next month, okay? So let's see what's happening in July. In love. I picked up on just a bit of like stress energy and I felt it right in my heart center. So something is stressful. And then I felt something with the skin, like a rash or a like psoriasis or like poison. Like, did you go in the woods and get like poison ivy or something? That's not that's not the love reading. That's not the love reading. That was just something I picked up. Okay, collective. Beautiful Leo collective, divine Leo collective. Love is looking amazing, actually. It looks like limitless possibilities. So this looks like a new era in love for you. You've had to do some work in your subconscious. You've had to do some work looking at what was going on underneath. Maybe you've been doing some therapy around some past hurts around love, but you've done it and it's stepping into this new like clean slate energy around love because now things are feeling like limitless opportunities when it did not feel like limitless opportunities maybe last month. And it feels like prayer. It feels like law of attraction. It feels like I'm I'm calling out. I'm asking the universe, I'm asking creator for somebody who is unlike the somebodies that I've had before. So maybe you've been having this situation with love where you've been dating like the same person with a different name. You've been having like the same experiences over and over and over again, and you're like, why does it keep happening like this? And I'm tired of this, and I'm really ready for like something new and different. I'm ready for a relationship that matches who I am now. I've changed, I've grown, I need something different. I'm ready for relationships and friendships and things like that that like fit who I am now. I'm older, I've grown, evolved, or I'm over that type stuff. Um, so that's what's going on for love right now. And that's good. New is good. New is good. Prayer is good. Keep praying. Keep doing that. Keep reaching. And even if you don't, even if you have been like actively praying, like you don't have to be like on your knees, like to praying. It just means that you've been like projecting, right? The energy of what you want and your desire out into the universe. So do that. Do it consciously too. It seems like you've been doing it subconsciously, but maybe try to start just like recognizing when you're doing that, when you're like daydreaming and you're drifting off and you're just like longing for this type of love that you want and you're imagining like what this type of love could be like and you're imagining like all these different possibilities for your future when it comes to love. Maybe just bring that into the conscious just a little bit more. um Throw an amen at the end, right? Throw a thank you at the end. Thank you, God, for hearing me. um that's all you got to do to kind of like make it a little bit more. I just want it to be more. I don't want it to be more anything. The advice, right? The what's coming in is what would assist you is to bring it more into this into it more of a conscious experience because then you will be a conscious creator, right? A conscious collaborator with the divine instead of you just like dreaming of something. Okay, does that make sense? Like, if that makes sense, say something in the comments. Um, you playing more of an active role, right, in this journey. Hmm. I'm gonna yawn. I'm so sorry. I got sleepy. Are you sleepy? Sleepy lion. Um, and maybe some rest would be good. I did just start pulling cards for the health area. So one thing I see is stagnation. I see a not doing enough. Like I don't have anything to do. I need to be busier, but in like a good way. Like I need something to put my energy into. I need something to put my efforts into, and that'll make me feel better mentally. I want some more things to fill my time, more things to handle, more things to be responsible for, and that would make me feel better. Like maybe right now you just, or like a next level at your job or something where um maybe a promotion or maybe there's like a different job you could apply for, a different position you could apply for that has like a little bit more responsibility. You just don't feel very much like you're liking the level of responsibility that you have right now. You just need more to do, or you have too much time on your hands, and that's just like causing some unease, right? And you're too much time to just think, right? Too much time to think, too much time to replay old scenarios, too much time to remember negative feelings that you used to feel about situations in the past. Too much time. And that's like exhausting. If like that's what's exhausting you, is actually not having enough to do. And it will make sense to you once you start doing more um with your time or utilizing your time different. It will actually energize you. Yeah, because you're looking at the past, focusing too much on the past. So that's causing like a depression type vibe where you're you're just focusing on the past. I see like a replaying, like a rumination and a replaying of scenarios from the past. Um, and so you're dredging up old feelings and you're dredging up old thoughts and you're replaying conversations and it's like fucking stop because where's that getting you? It's not getting you anywhere. And what is getting you is feeling like you're still in a battle that you've already exited. Okay, this battle's over. These battles are over. These battles are in the past. You've already fought them. Um, you've already went through these turmoils. You've already went through these situations. You've already had these arguments. Quit pulling that into your present. Um, it's like you can hurt yourself. Oh, you're making yourself go through the same pains over and over and over and over again by ruminating on those scenarios. Okay, so please think about that. All right, and when that urge, that's why you're exhausted, is you're ruminating and replaying, and it's depressing you, and depression is exhausting. Um, that's that. I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep. I don't want to do anything, and that's why you feel like I don't want to do anything. But if and I know you don't feel like you have the motivation to do anything. When I was like, you need to do more with your time, it's like, oh, I can't even. But you can, and if you can get there, ooh, wild. And now I'm having like a deja vu. And I think if you look back in one of the other readings, that was one of your other monthly readings, there was a moment where I was having deja vu in the middle of your reading. And it was like this moment colliding. Okay. So I don't know if you want to go back and watch like the older Leo readings, but it'll make sense if you do, if you haven't been following us until now. Um, but so what was the now though? So I just got deja vu that those connect. And then so you feel depressed and you don't feel like you have the motivation to do this, to do more. But it's like, which one came first, the chicken or the egg? All right. Did I get the motivation first to go do the stuff? Or did I do the stuff and then it increased my motivation? Well, eventually they'll fuel themselves, right? It'll create momentum. But which came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. But it looks like that action needs to take place, that you need to kind of force yourself, push yourself to do the things that you don't want to do right now. Um, and then motivation will increase. And then you'll want to do things more. And then motivation will increase more because you'll start seeing successes and you're seeing yourself do things, and then you'll have more motivation. And then it'll kind of fuel itself and start creating a momentum. But you're going to have to do a step, right? You're going to have to move. You're going to have to do something to get started. You can't wait to feel like you want to do these things, or it will never happen. Okay. I hope that makes sense. And one thing that you can start doing is mental. You can actually start when the thoughts come up from the past, have an action, be like, nope. Do something that's physical. Okay, because that's bringing it in, that's bringing an action to it. Right. I have the thought about the past and stuff. I start replaying it. Nope. Nope. Just something repetitive, right? That you do every single time. Um, or shake your head. Mm-mm, mm-mm, not going there. Mm-mm, not going there. Right? Some kind of physical movement. Okay. That's the advice there. A physical movement to combat the thoughts. And then when you do it, it'll start to get easier and easier and easier to stop ruminating on the past and get back to the present. Um, and that energy, right, that you've been using to ruminate on the past, when those thoughts come up, no, not doing that. And then what I'm going to use this energy on instead is the dishes. What I'm going to use this energy on instead is looking for a job. What I'm going to use this energy for instead is cleaning this closet. What I'm going to use this energy for instead is going for a walk, right? I mean, just take it, reframe it, funnel that energy into something else because you're using energy. You're just using it for rumination on the past instead of something that you could actually make you feel better in the present. And remember that the battles are already done. These are battles you've already fought. Just remind yourself that could be your mantra right now. These are I've already fought these battles. I don't have to fight them twice. Okay, we're moving on to our wealth. So we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. So you don't feel like you're in overflow. That's for sure. You feel like you have needs that are being ignored by people around you, or like you cannot get your needs met, or like resources and things are not available for you, even though they are right there. It's like they're right there. Like there's so much, but none of it's for me. And I need help and I can't get to it. Or there's something blocking you from participating in the things that will help you. And it's because you feel like help something's missing and like you have to find it yourself or fix it yourself. You're feeling like you have to find the solution yourself. And you do not. You do not. You forgot your look, we got a lion for Leah. We got the strength in reverse. I don't feel strong enough. I feel weak. But that's because you feel like you have to find the solution yourself. Of course, you feel weak, but together you are strong. So there's an aspect that together I am strong, and with support I am strong, and with others I am strong. Where we find our strength through connection, and we find our strength through divine connection with God. And you don't have to find your solution on your own. You don't have to fix yourself. Like you can get help with whatever it is that's bothering you, and there is support and there is resources. And no, the stuff that's available isn't just for everybody else. It is available for you. It will work for you. Something about it makes me feel like you feel like that solutions won't work for you. I'm too broken, I'm too messed up, there's something wrong with me so badly that I can't access the solutions. I can't access the help because it won't, it's not going to work for me. That's for other people. That's for everybody else, not for me. Absolutely not true. And you need to flip this upright, find your strength again, find that Leo strength again, and empower yourself through finding strength with others. Okay, now we're gonna pull our How to Wear a Crown Divine Guidance card. All of the wisdoms in these cards come from my book, How to Wear a Crown, A Practical Guide to Knowing Your Worth. All the tabs on this. So this is my homemade copy. I put all the tabs on there. This is my teacher copy that I use to teach. That's what it was. But if you like the vibe, if you like the teachings in these cards, if you like what it feels like to be here, if you're not already part of the How to Wear a Crown Collective, you can join just by hitting the subscribe button. That's all you really have to do to be a part of it. There's other steps and places we can take it if you want to go deeper, but that's really all you have to do. Subscribe, like, follow, that kind of stuff. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you, especially if this resonated in any way. What did you take from it? Let's see. What is your card? All of me loves all of you is the overarching energy. with self-awareness being the underlying energy. So, see, this card is this girl looking in the mirror, and that self-awareness, I feel like, is all going to be all about you just recognizing that you're doing this thing, right? Where you're ruminating on the past, being aware, right? Instead of just trying to block it out or pretend it doesn't exist or go back to sleep in that depression, just be aware and do the new thing. And then when it comes to our wealth area, right? Being aware that what makes you, looking in the mirror, what makes me so broken and so damaged, so horrible that like that none of the solutions for things are available for me. Wrong. Wrong. That can't be true. That's illogical, right? For that to be true. That I, out of the 8 billion people on the planet, and the one just completely, unfixable, unhealable human being, right? There is some things that you need to get self-aware about. And some of that might be looking at yourself with some more logical eyes, instead of these overly emotional beliefs about yourself. That's what I want to say about that. And all of me loves all of you. That means that we're all healing. We all have lots of parts of ourselves that get broken through living this life and existing in a human experience. That's kind of part of it. We get broken sometimes, we get bumped and bruised, and that that happens to all of us. So no, you're absolutely not alone. And one thing that I want you to know is that that part of me that knows that that exists in my healing process honors that exists in your healing process as well. Okay, Leo, guess what? It's the end of the show. If you are interested in buying the book, buying merch, this is the second like design I ever made for the How to Wear a Crown merch collection. We've got tanks and t-shirts in this print, so grab that for summer. And everything that you could want to know or need to know about me or any of my work or any of the things is going to be in that description box below. So make sure you check that out before you go. And there are 3 things that I want every single person to know before they leave my realm. And that is that you are worthy, you are powerful, and you are full of potential. But here's the thing, you got to say it with me. Ready? I am worthy, I am powerful, and I am full of potential. Love you, Leo. I'll see you next month. Have a great July.